It is 2026 and it's time for us to start showing up as our best selves. Now, I have always wanted to be an it girl growing up. I would watch Bratz, I would watch Barbie, I would watch My Scene or Totally Spies and be like, I want to be like those girls when I get older. And because I think I looked up to them so much because they just always had everything put together. Their outfits looked phenomenal. They always looked put together. They were driven, they were ambitious, they were kind for the most part. And I just like wanted to be like them to the point where I feel like I have adopted some of those traits that I would observe from these characters into my daily habits and my routines to become the best version of myself that I am today. And now, not to toot my own horn, but I do often get told that I am a main character or that girl. And I think a lot of it has to do with how I show up in the world. Yes, the aesthetics are fun. I think it's so fun to put an outfit together, do your makeup, have your hair done, whatever it is. However, the most important part about being an it girl and a main character is your mindset. And if you are looking to become the main character of your life and the best version of yourself, it all starts within the mind. So today I will be discussing the importance of your mindset and little tips and tricks that I have to become an it girl. So if you're looking to become a main character and an it girl this year, keep watching. Hi, my name is Chelsea, and if you are new here, I love to discuss all things self-help, self-actualization. So if that is up your alley, subscribe, maybe leave a comment, let me know what kind of content you'd like to see. I love to chat to you guys. Okay, the first step to becoming an it girl is to reflect on your mindset. This is the most important thing. If you're going to take one thing away from this video today, it's this. Self-awareness is so important, and you need to ask yourself what limiting beliefs you have. Ask yourself truly, how do I feel about myself? Do I actually think that I can have the life that I want? Do I have some limiting and terrible beliefs about myself that maybe were instilled in me from a young age that I haven't fully let go of? What I recommend for everybody to do, and I do for myself as well, is shadow work. If you are unfamiliar with shadow work, philosopher Carl Jung coined the term the shadow self, and it's pretty much those hidden parts of ourselves that we repress, our fears, our desires that we deem unacceptable or unworthy to be public in society. It's those parts of ourselves that are kind of ugly, that are unattractive, that are maybe considered unacceptable. Doing the work and seeing what your shadow self might look like. What deep desires do you have? What deep fears do you have? And just taking a second to acknowledge what they are, as uncomfortable as they may be. So, for example, if you find that you are going on social media and you are constantly jealous of certain people's careers, ask yourself, okay, does this have anything to do with the other person, for one? Number two, why is it that I'm feeling this way? Is it because I feel like I have the same talents as this person and I'm not putting myself in the situations to become as successful? Am I not working as hard? Ask yourself why you are feeling the way that you do. Because as uncomfortable as it is, and maybe as unacceptable as it might be deemed, these are our clues to our true desires and what we actually want in life. So instead of beating yourself up for feeling a certain way, take a minute with yourself, journal it down, ask yourself why you're feeling this way, and then how you can change it or what clues it's giving you to your purpose. And of course, I have to preface that it girls and main characters do have an abundance mindset. You know, even if you are feeling these things, they are happy for other people. They believe in themselves because they understand that there is an abundance of resources and that there is more than enough to go around and for everybody to be successful. Second mindset tip of being an it girl. They are so focused on themselves. They are not thinking about what everyone else has going on. They are not concerned if the grass is greener on the other side because they are only looking at their own. Attention is energy, and if you decide to spend all of that on other people, you will deplete your own resources and have nothing to give back to yourself. They are not gossiping about people. They are not concerned about celebrity drama. They are not going on social media and are chronically online and caring about who the next hot couple is or if this person cheated on that person. They are focused on themselves and their lives and how they can improve their situation. I'm not going to act like it's not fun to kiki every now and then and see what's going on and what other people have going on in their lives. But for the most part, you need to make sure that all of the energy that you are spending on this is going towards yourself and becoming the best version of yourself. It might seem small in the moment, but our energy is limited, right? We only have so much of it. And if you are spending 80% of that energy on other people, on shit that does not matter, what do you have left for yourself? The next mindset tip to being an it girl is that they are self aware and that they are accountable for their actions. I am not going to act like you can never be in the wrong. I'm not going to act like I am somebody who's a perfect person and I've never done anything wrong or have made a mistake before, because we are humans. It is part of life. It's what happens. But what they are not doing, what it girls are not doing, is beating themselves up about it. They are also not projecting and deflecting when they do something wrong. If they do something wrong, they acknowledge it, they take accountability, they apologize if they need to, and then move on with their lives. I think it can be very toxic if we navigate life as though we are always in the right and that things are always happening to us and that we have no contribution to some circumstances that might not be ideal. Sometimes you can be the problem, and I think it's very mature of us and it's very main character-esque and main character core to acknowledge when you are at fault. But again, instead of beating yourself up about it, take a journal, take some time to yourself, write it down, acknowledge what happened, and move on. I also love to make sure that I am emotionally regulated so that when stuff like that does happen, I am not losing my mind completely. Now, this one is so important, and it is a belief that everything will work out and a very optimistic mindset. I'm not going to act like life can't be hard sometimes, things can't be difficult. Of course they can, but it's all about how you reframe your mindset and how you move through life. So if something doesn't go how you wanted it to, instead of thinking, damn, this just didn't work out for me, maybe think, okay, something better is on the way. Maybe I would not have even liked this had it worked out. If you are on a journey and something is taking a little longer than you had anticipated, instead of thinking, damn, I'm not good at this, maybe this is not working out for me, maybe ask yourself, maybe just like I'm taking a little more time and a little more preparation so that when the blessings do come, they are bigger than and better than I had imagined, and I'm prepared for them. There is so much abundance around us, and there is more than enough to go around. There is no reason for us to feel like just because somebody else is succeeding in an area that they are taking from us. That is absolutely not what this is. It girls and main characters know that there is more than enough to go around and that everybody can win. Now, it girls and main characters also always trust their intuition. If they get a bad feeling about somewhere, somebody, something, they are not ignoring it. They're attuned to how they feel and how external factors might contribute to their mood and their well being. If a place feels off, trust yourself. If somebody's energy does not align with yours and you feel depleted after hanging out with them, listen to that. If you are consuming content that is making you miserable, turn off the freaking content. Change it. Find something else. You have to protect your energy because, as I said, there is only so much of it that you have to expend. And if you are expending all of it on negative things that are not helping you in your journey, what is the point? I am so selective of the people that I surround myself with, the environments that I go to, the shit that I entertain, the content that I consume, because I understand how much I can intake emotions and other people's energy and stuff like that, because I know that I have big goals for myself, and I don't think it's conducive to my growth to be constantly consuming content that is going to make me question my beliefs, that's going to make me question whether I can get anything done, that's going to cause me to have a very negative mindset and outlook on the world. That is not what I want for myself. Yes, there are bad things going on in the world. I absolutely am aware of that. However, I think you are not doing yourself any favors if you decide to spend all of your energy focused on that. So instead of going to bed listening to music that talks about how awful the world is, maybe read a book that motivates you and inspires you to do better. If you have big goals for yourself, but you don't have anyone in your immediate circle or your immediate eyesight to look to for where you want to go, maybe see where online you can start to consume other people's content that are living the lives that you have envisioned for yourself. Your energy is the most important thing. And if you are feeling negative all the time, if you feel misaligned, if you feel drained and burnt out constantly, you do not have capacity to change your life for yourself or even, be magnetic, right? So if there's anything you are going to take from this video, it is to protect your energy, to reflect on your self-concept, your mindset, do some freaking shadow work. There are prompts on Pinterest. You can search up on Google. It's very, very simple. Do some shadow work, as uncomfortable as it is. If you want to be your best self, you cannot solely focus on the aesthetics of being an it girl and a main character. It starts with who you are as a person inside. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Let me know in the comments if you have any other thoughts on the mindsets of being a main character or an it girl, and other tips that you might have, or maybe other video ideas you'd like me to do. Anyways, I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day. Bye.